Hi, my name is Carol Church-Werner, and I figure I would start like a log on what we've seen, my mom's seen. We've seen spirits, ghosts, whatever you want to call them, all over our lives. My mom reported to me when she was younger, she said there was a bed she slept on in Hamburg, New Jersey, and her sheets would go underneath the bed, and she said it was when her mother was putting them to bed this happened. And she goes, nobody could ever fit underneath that bed because she said it was too close to the floor. The next incident was she said she had the whole family experienced it, cousins, brothers, sisters, whatever. I don't know if my grandmother or her family never said, but my mom said my great-great-grandfather lived by an old cemetery church. And their farm was built right next to it. Well, they used the old church for putting hay in. When they had extra hay, they would put it down on the below side. And he was a dairy farmer, and she said one time, she said her sister went out, and I don't know, I don't remember, she said she's seen it, but she said her sister Jeannie seen it, and a couple of the cousins reported it, that they seen them and stuff like that, where there was a woman with a little boy in the cemetery, and she'd go, come and play with my boy. Well, this scared the crap out of them because they were like really, really small. So this was a couple of her incidences when they were really, really tiny. Then one time she said, and you can't tell me an animal don't have a spirit, because she said when her dog died, Poochie, she said her dog actually tried to climb into bed with her. And when she yelled for her mother, when her mother comes, she said the dog, as soon as her mother hit the doorway and was starting to open the door, the dog disappeared. Well, she said it was just her dog Poochie coming back to say she'll see him and, to visit her. Then, they got older, they had another couple incidences, and one was when my grandmother's mothers died. Well, when she died, they all reported that they were sitting at the table, and from the waist up, there was a window in their old kitchen. Well, the woman, my grandmother went, "Hi, Dorothy," and it's been reported by quite a few of the other kids that was sitting at the table. They seen it too, and then my mother would say in that house, the same house this happened to. She said you would hear different noises, different things, you would see things, you would hear things, and this is how far it goes back. So it's my grandmother, my relatives, their cousins, their, which would be my great aunt, their great, second cousin, and, we all heard things, and we seen things. And then when I was a kid, I heard things and it didn't make sense, but the first time I heard it, we lived in an old 1700-year-old farmhouse. Well, I sat there and I actually heard the wood stove. We had a wood stove to heat the whole house because my mom couldn't afford to pay for everything, so they just bought wood. They had a whole bunch of woods out there, so they would cut down the woods and use that for firewood. Well, my mom I told my mom on Christmas Eve, I heard I couldn't go to the bathroom because we would wake her up. We didn't like that house at all. The top stairs was always spooky. We never, when you went down in the basement was spooky, and there was only maybe the kitchen, the living room, and we had a bedroom, and I didn't even care for the little bedroom off to the side. which was probably not supposed to be a bedroom, but we used all just downstairs for the bedroom because it was, kind of cold. So it probably went to kitchen, your dining room, and then where we would use was the living room or whatever. It was a little side room, so we used it for our bedroom. And I woke her up. It was Christmas Eve, and I said, Mom, I says, I have to go to the bathroom, but Santa Claus is out there. She goes, what do you mean Santa Claus is out there? I said, Santa Claus is out there because I hear the wood stove door open. He came down the chimney. And she didn't say nothing because I was only like 7. I was like only 7 or 8, so she